Well, we switch gears again. This is what we do on this show. There's no hanging around right now. And I can't believe it is September 23rd, and we are talking hockey right now as we welcome in the assistant coach for the women's ice hockey team, Katie Lachapelle.
Okay.
Katie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
the
you.
women's ice hockey team, the reigning reigning Hockey East champions, get started this weekend with an exhibition game against the University of Windsor. I swear, every year we talk to you guys earlier on and earlier every single time. We might as well just start the season on Labor Day and just go forward from there.
Pretty close.
we probably wish we could, but it's probably good for the kids to have a little bit of school time before we get going with them.
Well, you come into this year, obviously, as I said, the Hockey East champions, an amazing run playing in the NCAA tournament, losing to number 1 Mercyhurst in the first round. You come back this year, obviously the expectations are still higher, correct?
I think the expectations are a little higher this year. With the class we brought in that everybody's kind of talking about right now, I think we've got a target on our back. But our girls aren't acting like that. Our girls aren't thinking, we've got this thing won or anything like that.
Right.
They're ready to go. I've actually never seen them work as hard as they've worked this preseason up in the weight room. So we've got some real hard-working kids that are ready to go. And see what we can do at the start of the season.
It's that old-fashioned cliche, success motivates more success, and I think, are you seeing that from the older players who are saying, listen, we've been here now, this is what we want again, we had a taste of it, and now with all the newcomers still, with 10 new faces, how easy is the transition to get them to buy into that as well?
It wasn't hard at all. Our older classes, our seniors and our juniors, the returning 7 are just unbelievable workers. We saw that last year. When they came after their freshman year and sophomore year, the kids that are junior class and senior classes just work so hard in the summer, and they're working really hard and they're pushing each other. And then the younger kids that come in see that work ethic, and right away they know that's how it's done here.
Talking a little bit about X's and O's, you returned 3 of your top 5 leading scorers. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the experience is not only in place, but where you're going to find goal scoring seems to be in place as well.
Yeah, I think these kids are going to pick up where they left off. And we had a couple injuries last year where some of the girls that are older were out for a little bit. Holly Lawrence was out at the end of the year when she really started to pick it up. Janelle Kohanchuk was injured for a little bit last year, and Tara Watcher was also out for a couple games. And those are kids we really lean on. And Jillian Kirchner and Lauren Cherwick, I think, will come in and have hopefully their best years yet as seniors.
It doesn't hurt at all bringing in the former hockey's leading goal scorer, Jen Wakefield, who transferred from UNH.
Just happened to show up on campus.
I've had the chance to watch her in a few games, and she's just one of those players that just seems to have a nose for the puck. And every time there's an opening, she's the one who ends up with it. I think it's
big production.
It's just unbelievable. And what have you seen from her? Has anything wowed you already in her practice with you guys right now?
Well, we've only gotten one practice with her because we had practice one day, and then 5 of them had to leave to go to a Hockey Canada tryout on Tuesday. So what we saw there, we were pretty happy with. But
the future is bright right now.
But from what I know of her from the past and seeing her with everything, with some tryouts this summer with Hockey Canada, she's just an unbelievable person. She's very intense, and she makes players around her better. So we're excited to have her in here.
In contrast to offense, which looks strong, looks deep coming into the season, you've got a big void in the net to fill. How's that shaping up right now with Haber and Wilcox's departure?
We've got a sophomore and 2 freshmen, Alyssa Fromkin and Karen Sperry and Braylee Hiller are the 2 freshmen, and I think we're going to be fine at that point. It's just going to be a matter of getting them a little bit more experience and getting them in there, but I think we'll be fine back there, and we've got a great set of D back there. We've got a lot of good defensemen, that will be right in front of them, helping them out and making sure they feel confident and keeping them confident.
8 other freshmen, as you mentioned, the 9 new faces. What kind of role do you expect these freshmen to be put in right away? Obviously, we've seen in the fall sports and soccer, they're jumping in right away. With this veteran team, they have an opportunity to also learn as well as they're going through here right now.
We've got a couple that are probably going to be thrown into the fire pretty quickly, and that have the experience, maybe at the higher elite levels, that are experienced enough where we can throw them right in there. And then the other kids, I think we'll be able to bring up as we get them more experience in game time and practice time.
Are you guys using this exhibition game as a way also to showcase that, see what they can do in a game situation as well?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. with the 5 girls that we don't have here right now, they won't be here for Saturday's exhibition game. So it's going to be great to see what these other players can do and give them an opportunity. And we've only going to have we'll only have 5 days of practice at that point. So we're trying to cram everything we can in with so many new players. But I think they'll do fine, and it'll be a good show for them this weekend.
We should mention that, being Walter Brown Arena now the home of the women's ice hockey
Very
team.
much the home, refurbished, revamped.
Yeah,
and
Absolutely.
It looks
They
great.
redid the ice
Absolutely.
this year. And
Tremendous.
you look at the schedule coming in to play at Walter Brown Arena, Wayne State, St. Lawrence, Clarkson, Princeton. It's a great opportunity not only to host these games, but some great talent coming in to play against you guys there at home.
Yeah, we're excited about our non-conference schedule. We got a lot of good teams on there. Like that first weekend, we're actually heading out to North Dakota, and they've got some 2 real good players that transferred there from Minnesota that were on the U.S. Olympic team. So that will be a very good game and a very good test for us right up front. And those games could potentially mean a lot down the road, for both of our squads.
I'm just curious, as a hockey fan, is North Dakota a spot you just have to visit once in your life?
You do. It's actually pretty amazing.
Trust me,
right?
once is enough. Been there 4 times. So.
Yeah.
Well,
But of course, the arena is
arena's
just
absolutely
fabulous.
beautiful. Yeah. it's
Absolutely.
great.
I think between Agganis Arena and the Palace on the Plains, those are probably the 2 best in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing that when you first see it and you walk in, there's kind of nothing around it, and then you get there and it's just this, building
The
that they all
Emerald
go
City.
to. Yeah.
Exactly.
well, it's supposed to be, 75 degrees out this weekend, and yet the ice is still frozen. Hockey
Yeah.
begins this weekend with an exhibition match. Katie Lachapelle joining us. Coach, thanks so much, and
No
good luck this
problem.
weekend.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank
That's Katie Lachapelle, the assistant coach of the women's ice hockey team. As the
It's
Terriers
already
will-
hockey season.
the Terriers will kick off their exhibition part of their 2010-2011 campaign as the reigning Hockey's champions. They'll take on the University of Windsor at Walter Brown Arena on Saturday at 3 p.m.